Hello everybody. Let's start this video off with the biggest impact of my life on my perception of media. I guess you could say it can start when I was 11 years old and I was on YouTube just watching random clips until I saw my first viral video. I believe it was Fred Goes Swimming. I was 11, so at the time I was in that kind of humor. I don't really remember a lot of people talking about it though. It came out in 2008 and I saw it in 2009. But anyway, he did a crossover with The Annoying Orange. And then I ended up watching that until I turned 13. That's when I saw The Annoying Orange making a crossover with Shane Dawson. It wasn't technically a crossover, it was just Shane Dawson guest starring on that show. Now, if you don't know who Shane Dawson is, his humor is pretty vulgar and pretty rude and sometimes offensive. But yeah, and then he started collabing with all these other people on YouTube, and then after that I started watching them, and then they kept talking about other social media, so then after that I started going on those, and I started checking them out, and so that's pretty much how I got this big perception of media. Okay, on to landscaping for media in the next 20 years. I think it will be an improvement in communicating with people. Okay, so the way we communicate through phones, phone calls, texting, video chatting, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I think we're gonna have like new devices or programs or apps for video chatting with any other individual we want to talk to, because that might be a bigger thing. It's a pretty big thing now, but it might get even bigger to a point where it's like someone standing right next to another person and they're video chatting each other through their phone. Another thing would be social media making their own company-based devices. For example, Google has made this phone, and so far I haven't read any bad reviews of it. I don't imagine YouTube or Facebook or Twitter making phones, but some type of device. The last thing I'm going to mention is making mainstream media the focal point of people's thoughts. These days, not a lot of people tune into the news, so I think that it's best that in 20 years, the main goal is to try to make it appealing so more people can figure out what's going on in the world and not what's happening with celebrity